Life is like a hurricane, boys and girls, and it is time for DuckTales in DuckTales Remastered Revisited. Oh gosh. This one is a sorta remake of the original NES game DuckTales. I'll explain the sorta later on in the video. But with the new cartoon series coming later on this year, I was in the spirit for some race cars, lasers, aeroplanes, DuckTales. DuckTales on the NES is an absolute classic, and I hope to one day create a video of it. I mean, seriously, Capcom. You had all the Disney video games back in the day. Goof Troop, Aladdin, Chip and Dale, Little Mermaid, and now you're just a shadow of a company you used to be. I mean, what a genius concept to create a video game adaptation of a cartoon show with a theme song as catchy as Mr. Krabs' claws when he sees a penny. Oh my gosh, I love this song. The game itself was great and fun and had a really cool pogo stick mechanic that the entire game was built upon. So what better thing to do than to do an HD remaster of that game? And that's exactly what WayForward and Capcom did in 2013 with DuckTales Remastered. Come on, baby, hit me with that sweet music. Yes! Love that song. It's such a good song. Yeah, I love it so much. I love it! This game is just like the original with better graphics, sound, and more features. More features like, remember in the TV show when Scrooge McDuck would dive into his safe full of gold and swim around in it? Which, if you tried to do that in real life, you would end up severely injured or dead? Well, you can do it in this game! That's cool. There are collectibles in this game as well, such as art and sound that you can unlock while playing. There's a ton of stuff for you completionists out there. If for some reason you don't like the remastered music, there's an option to switch it back to the 8-bit version. DuckTales Remastered brought its 1989 ancestor and they'd be like, hey, people who really like the old game, buy me. And everyone went nuts over it, singing the theme song over and over, and oh my gosh, don't get the song stuck in my head, DuckTales, A-whoo-ooh. But remember earlier, I said sorta remake? Well, let me address that. If there is any change in this one, it is definitely the level design. DuckTales Remastered kept the levels the same from the original game, but made the maps a little bit different. Items are in different places, bosses are different, and if you're someone who played the original like it was the only game you had on the NES, you'll look at this game's maps and you'll be like, that don't look right, and then you'll shut off the game and start shoving your original DT cartridge in your yellow NES, and when you realize your NES is old and broken, you download an emulator on your computer. So, unfortunately, DuckTales Remastered could not please the die-hard fans because it ain't accurate enough, quote-unquote, with the accurate. And while I think that can be a little close-minded, I can empathize with the desire to avoid change in something you love. Like when Killing Floor 2 came out, yeah, they just added in sprints and knockbacks, so that's cool. Other than level design, the gameplay stays the same. The pogo jump mechanics are pretty identical, and it manages to capture the nostalgic feel of the original while adding skippable cutscenes with well-done voiceovers.
If they think they can stand between Scrooge McDuck and his 3 cubic acres of cash, they've got another thing coming.
And by the way, they got Alan Young, the original voice actor for Scrooge McDuck, to reprise his role, and he did really good. He was like 92 years old at the time of this video game, so kudos to him, for real. If you're a complete noob at the game like me, you can choose to turn off the hard pogo option in the main menu. This allows you to do the pogo jump by pressing a single button as opposed to down and then said button. You'll be using this main game mechanic to traverse the levels, as well as use it to destroy many different types of baddies like snakes, plant monsters from Mario, and bees. Learning to pogo jump in this game will only help you, so do it well. There are only a few levels in DuckTales, but they are very distinct and are well made. You have all the classic stages like the Amazon, Transylvania, and my personal favorite, the Moon. I like it because of that awesome moon theme. I mean, come on, man, it's so good. Each level has its own tone and personality. It's incredibly unique and it's a joy playing each of them. Along with the stages, the bosses are unique and each of them require a specific strat to take them down. Hey guys, I used the word strat in one of my sentences. Are you guys proud of me? Haha. So, the game is awesome, providing nostalgia for the older generation and excellent presentation and mechanics for those that are newer to DuckTales. So, on Steam, the game has to have overwhelmingly positive reviews, right? Wait, why are there all these negative reviews? Okay, so I have to address the elephant in the room. I don't know about consoles, but on PC, the final boss can crash the game. Unfortunately, after years after its release, there is no official fix for this issue, and that sucks. Luckily for me, I am able to finish the game with pretty much 0 issues, but I can understand if some of you don't want to buy it for that reason. All in all, I hate to end this revisit with a negative, but it had to be addressed. Even then, there's still a lot to be had with DuckTales Remastered, and it is overall awesome, so go ahead and play it, and go play the original as well, it's fun too. Thank you for watching this episode of Revisited. If you liked it, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down, it'll help me out a lot. And as always, you can subscribe to my channel to see more of my stuff, and you can check me out on Twitch to check out my streams. And as always, you guys have a blessed day.